Welcome back to Hidden Heights Farm. So if you guys have been following along on our new journey here, you guys know we bought a piece of waterfront lake property here just a few miles down from our house, and we are vlogging this whole adventure of us trying to clean up this abandoned property. So when we got it, it was very overgrown. You couldn't even hardly drive a truck in here. You guys seen we did the videos of brush hogging it with the small Kubota. We actually got the big Kubota tractor today, the M59 Backhoe. And that's because we have to work on our driveway. We just finally got approved for our permit to be able to trim some of the trees and stuff around the old abandoned rock building down by the waterfront. So that's gonna be coming up real quick. And but first, we gotta work on the driveway to get in here. So right now we're using a different road, and I don't know how long we're gonna be able to use that. So we gotta get our own driveway fixed, and I'll walk up here and kind of show you guys why we haven't done that yet. You guys know we've been in a drought. Well, we finally got like 4 inches of rain in the past 3 or 4 days, and I've been waiting and waiting for it to finally rain to see how the water does where this driveway we're wanting to put in does. We didn't know if it was going to wash out, if we needed to get like a culvert or whatever, if we need to do more dirt work around there. But my goal is I'll take you guys up there in a minute, but what we're going to do is I got the bucket on there today. We've been picking up limbs, we've been brush hogging, we've been trimming some of the trees that we can. We got a brush pile started right back here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. So we might add some to that today. I actually need to cut a big log that's in there up and try to push it on top of that brush pile so we can burn it a little more. But my plan for today is to get the M59 out. We got the bucket on there, like I said. We got a high spot up here by the road where we're wanting to put our driveway in. And the first time I brought the small Kubota down here with the blue Dodge. Yeah, I got the blue Dodge back. I just had to get some axle seals and stuff replaced in it, but it's back in action now, so that's why we're coming back down here. I brought it down here and tried to use the entryway that we kind of made. You guys seen where I took that barbed wire fence and all that stuff down? Well, there's a good dip right there because the water department dug a line across there, and I don't know if that's why that dip's there or what, but anyways, we went ahead and waited till it rained because there's a good dip right there and we didn't want it to wash out. So let me walk you guys up there and I'll kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. So I don't know how well you guys can see this, but this land is not perfectly flat. It almost looks like there's some terraces that has been cut in here with some heavy machinery. Now this is old farmland dating back to 100 years or so, and I don't know what they did with it back then, but this is our driveway where we're gonna try to come in. But if you guys can see this right here, there is a high spot right here. And I mean, it's pretty high. It's probably 1.5 feet or so above right here. And then it dips down on this side. It even goes further down. And we had to wait for the utility companies to come do their marking and all that stuff so we don't hit no lines. Well, there's a water line right here. You can kind of see where that ditch is, and then it goes up a good bank and there's blacktop. So what we're going to try to do, we're going to try to get our driveway in right here. But like I said, right now when I got that big truck and trailer on there trying to pull out onto this blacktop like it is right now, the trailer kind of drags and it's kind of a problem, and this needs to be kind of smoothed out anyway. So what my goal is today is I'm going to try to knock this bank down. I don't know how far over I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try to knock it down and kind of smooth this out a little bit, fill this up, and then when we get that done, we'll come back down here, hopefully this week, I don't know yet. We'll have to see what we can do, but we're gonna order some gravel and try to get an actual real driveway in so we don't have to worry about it no more. So I'm gonna unload the tractor. That's enough gabbing for today. When you're talking, you're not working. I wanted to come down here first thing this morning, but we woke up to thunderstorms and it was pouring. And I'm not griping by no means. We need the rain, so we're very fortunate and blessed for that. But it just put me behind a couple hours, which is no big deal. I got a day off, so this is what I'm gonna be doing today. It shouldn't take me that long to use the tractor to kind of level that out a little bit. I don't think I have enough dirt and fill there to actually make it level. And so I don't know how many loads of gravel. We'll have to get at least one for sure. So stay tuned for that. That'll be a future video. But if I get this done in time, I might go on down here to this brush pile. You guys can see that brush pile down there. There's a big old dead tree on the right that had been knocked down by the storms. And I'm gonna try to cut that up a little bit, maybe if we get time today, and see if we can't push it up on top of the brush pile we already got started with a bunch of dead stuff. So let's get this tractor unloaded real quick. Okay, so I kind of underestimated how much rain we actually got down here. And let me first tell you, where we live, It's about just a couple miles up the road from here, and it is super rocky. We live about 350 or so feet above this elevation that we're at right now. We are down here at the old lake property where it has a lot of fertile soil and not a lot of rocks. Now there is some rocks in here, but when I'm talking about at our house, we have like giant rocks. We have way more rocks than we do dirt. Down here, it's a lot more dirt. So when we got these rains the last couple days, it just soaked in, and let me tell you, it is a big mud hole. And this is about all I can do right now. I pretty much accomplished my goal as far as getting that big terrace knocked down. I'm gonna have to wait. Hopefully we'll get a couple of warm sunny days here, and then what I'll do is I will come in and fluff all this back out, level it back out. Hopefully it'll dry out a little bit. This tractor just weighs way too much to try to be doing this when it's wet, and then I'll have to figure out what size of gravel I'm gonna have to get. Like I said, this is kind of new to me. I've never worked in dirt quite like this. So usually where I work with the tractor and the backhoe, it's a lot more rockier, so I'm not really used to it. But what I'll probably do is get some larger size gravel to lay down as a base, because I think over time when it rains and stuff, it'll just soak down into it. I don't know. So anyways, that's about all we can do for now. You can see it's not perfectly level, but we knocked down those terraces for now, and the only good thing about it is it wasn't dusty, at least. So let's hop back on the tractor and head down to this brush pile. We'll grab the chainsaw and see if we can't push some of that up a little bit. So how many times more than often does things go unplanned? So years ago they had like a small tornado come through, and it actually wiped out several of these big giant pecan trees, and most of them are piled up in that old brush pile right there, and I think they've already been burned, some of them, but some of them still left. Well, some of them was buried down here, like the logs are actually buried down here in like a dirt pile. I don't know if this is an old burn pile or what, so I was trying to kind of get them out of here because it's just something that's going to tear a vehicle up or something if they drive over it. Well, I was just using the backhoe to kind of scrape the dirt off of them so I could load them in the brush pile. Well, I lost control of the backhoe on this arm right here. I couldn't bring it in. I could still push it out, but I couldn't bring it in. So this is the hydraulic controls, the remote controls. Every one of these controls a different cylinder on this backhoe attachment. You got, you know, swinging left to right. You got this boom out, you know, all kinds of stuff. Each one of these is a little control that goes in or out, and that makes it go a different direction. Well, this one right here just happened to snap. Like, it's just little, like, really thin metal. I'm gonna get online and see if I can get a replacement. If it's gonna take too long, I might just try to weld this myself. I could weld it anyway, just have a temporary fix, but I'd feel a lot better if I could just get a replacement, because it looks like it's some kind of a cast metal, so I don't know how well that will weld. But as I'm sitting here, look at this. Look who's sitting here watching me. All those creepy vultures. There's like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at least up there. Maybe more that I can count. So that's pretty weird. And actually my dad just showed up a few minutes ago. I actually just took a little break because Dad is down there. He just caught a couple perch, and he's actually down at the creek catfishing. But I wanted to show you guys these vultures up here. Hopefully they don't come down and peck my eyes out. So anyways, now I got the backhoe broke. I'm gonna go ahead and continue on the next project. There's plenty of work to be doing down here. I don't have to use the backhoe. Obviously I can't continue with the road right now until it dries out, so that'll be a couple days. We'll have to bring it back down here. Hopefully I'll have it fixed by then. And now I got the steel chainsaw out, and we'll grab it and we'll go over here and try to cut this old dead tree up and see if we can't push it into the brush pile with the tractor. Okay, this tree is a lot bigger than I had anticipated. Oh man, that 18-inch bar on that still ain't quite. I don't know, I cut as much as I could all the way down. You can see all the way down, 18 inches in, and then I went on the other side and cut all the way down. Just for reference, I got pretty big hands, and I don't know if you guys can even tell, but look at this root ball on this thing. This is probably the biggest tree I've ever tried to cut. I'm standing up a little bit taller than the bottom of it, and it's still got a foot or two on me, so it's at least 7 or 8 foot. So anyways, I don't know if I cut enough of that to try to push it with the Kubota, but what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna try to push on it a little bit, maybe even try to roll it and see if we can't break it loose from the root ball. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna have to count my losses for today. So I didn't show it, but I went ahead and I come up on the trunk and I cut it up here, trying to break it apart. I finally got it broke. Tried to break up the root ball quite a bit. I got a lot of it knocked down, as you can see, but it's still just so heavy. Too much for this tractor right now. So probably what I'll have to do is I'll just have to go ahead and get this burn pile going, and then kind of maybe push some of the burning stuff over on top of this log, and maybe that will do the trick. But for now, the log wins. I don't want to try to flip this tractor, and it's all I can do to cut this thing. I mean, it is wide. I can't get it flipped enough to where I can cut the very last piece. If I could, I think I could go ahead and get it flipped over, but we'll just leave it for now, and it is what it is. Let's walk down here to the water before we end the video and see if Dad is catching any. Well, you catching any?
No.
None?
No. Just getting ready to leave. I blew the whistle, so I was pulled back out there.
Huh. Well, I didn't get as much as I had wanted to get done today, but as long as we're moving forward with progress, that's a win in my books. Like I said, everything don't always go as planned. You always got hiccups and things that break and this and that, and that's fine. It is what it is, but I'm just blessed to be able to get out here and have this property, and to be healthy enough to get out here and work on it, enjoy the fresh air and the wildlife, nature. That's the stuff I love. So, and all the better now that we got it mowed, at least the family can come down here and enjoy it, and have some fun and some peace down here. It's very relaxing down here, just listening to all the sounds of nature and everything. But thank you guys for tuning in today. I'm gonna load the tractor up, get home, see if I can't order that part. Hopefully I can find it if we can get it soon enough. I probably won't mess with trying to fix it, but if I can't get it soon, I might have to try to pull that off and try to weld it and see if we can get it to work, because I want to try to get that entryway done this week. Hopefully get some gravel down here, Lord willing. If the sun comes out and shines long enough and the wind blows, I think that'll dry out pretty quick. I can get the Kubota back down here and try to grade it a lot more level, get all them ruts that I just made all filled in, and then we'll bring in some gravel, and then we'll have a good road in here. And then I don't know, probably have to wait till it dries up a little bit to burn this. It might be later in the fall time, have a weenie roast or something, you never know, but it'll be a good time. So anyways guys, subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel. Continue watching this journey as my family and I try to turn this abandoned lakefront property into just an awesome getaway to enjoy. So like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next time.